I have a lot of trees in my yard, and branches fall down all the time. And I end up with all these little sticks and little pieces like this, and little guys like this. Putting those in the fireplace is kind of a pain in the neck. So I was watching the guy on YouTube, and he has a Christmas tree farm that sells firewood on the side. And he said he came up with a way to wrap the firewood without using this plastic wrap. Plastic wrap is nice. It does work. I got this, I don't know, a long time ago at Harbor Freight, thinking I was going to do something with it and never did that. And then I got it, started thinking about putting firewood in the fireplace at the house. And I thought, well, maybe I can use that. And it does work, but I'm going to go through it pretty quick. And then I'd have to pay for it. And that's when I thought, I have tons of these. We go to Myers and buy groceries. And Myers gives you these plastic bags. Menards does too. Walmart also. And they're just useless. I mean, you put anything in them and they tear up. They get holes in them and things spill out. Half of them we end up throwing away when we get home. We used to take them to the Sisters of St. Joseph, and the Sisters of St. Joseph would take them to the store and recycle them, reuse them. And they have bins at Myers, and you can take your old bags and dump them off at Myers in the bins. Then I thought, well, these are actually pretty strong in one direction. So I took 3 bags and tied them together. Just a square knot. As long as you give them a good tail on the thing and pull it tight before you yank on it, it's actually pretty strong. This has a grain to it, so it holds pretty well in one direction but not in the other. The guy on the internet was using twine to tie up his bundles. And he did the thing he called the tourniquet, which is really a great idea. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. You always want to have one of these tucked in to the branches. He used a piece of twine tucked into the branch, into the sticks, to give himself an anchor point. But I just pull it tight like that, and I've done 3 bundles this way in my first test, and it seems to be working quite well. So then I just take one of the sticks. He used a separate stick, and I've just been taking one of the bundle sticks because my sticks are all small. His are split firewood, so it's rather large. And then he just uses it like a tourniquet, like he says, and pulls it up. He says he bumps it a few times just to knock the firewood together a little snugger. And then when he's got it as tight as he wants it, and I'm taking it up tight enough so I don't rip my bag in half, then he just takes and ties off the end with that piece of twine that he put around the stick. And in this case, I used another bag. Tie it around here, keeps the bag from, or keeps the tightening stick from coming loose, and holds everything together. And there I end up with a bundle. Now this bundle will fit in my firewood burner out here. I could just take the whole thing and shove it right in because the wood stove is huge. It's got a door that's about 16 inches square, and this will just chuck right in there, so I can just take the whole bundle and stuff it in. That way I'm not trying to fiddle with these little bitty sticks. So I'm using recycling to burn firewood. Don't know if it's necessarily the best way to do it, but I was thinking I was burning it up in the backyard, and all I was doing was just getting rid of it. And I thought, well, that's something that I'll have to come up with in the wintertime to keep the workshop warm. So this is my plan. We're going to try it, see how it works this year. I might try 2 or 3 different things before I do it. I've got some bundles tied up with the shrink wrap, which, like I said, works good. I had some string, but the mice got into it and chewed it all up. So that's 2 marks against it. One, if I put it in the wood pile, the mice will get it in the wood pile, and I'll end up with bundles that I think are bundles, and they're not because the mice have ate the string in 2. So this bag, I don't think is going to be eaten by the mice. We'll see. And I get to use up the bags, and I don't have this. Right now I have a bundle about this big around and a big carry bag in the house, because every time I go grocery shopping, I just take the empties and stuff them in that bag. The bag is full. So this way, they serve a second life, a useful life, and I'll have firewood out of the deal. Now, the guy that I watched on the internet, I'll put a link to his website down in the comments. He uses baling twine, alfalfa baling twine. It's 240-pound test alfalfa baling string cord. And he sells the firewood. He has a roadside stand, and he sells the firewood to people who camp. He's got a campground he's building, so he's thinking ahead. He's got a second source of income. And he already started selling this stuff by the road. He's had a little problem with thieves, and that's pretty much the norm anymore. It's a sad commentary on life, but that's how things work in the USA now. So I'm going to do this. This is going to be my firewood. I thought about setting up a roadside stand, and I thought, no, I don't want to deal with the hassle. And I have to have firewood for the wood burner here in the workshop, and I have a fireplace in the house, and it's always nice having a fire. So this is going to let me use up all the sticks that fall off the silver maple and the sugar maples and everything else, especially this year. We've had pretty good windstorms, and branches have been coming down fast and furious. So that's my way of doing it. I'm going to try it. We'll see how it works, and I'll give you an update on it every once in a while, see how it's going. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. I'm Old Sneelock. Thanks for watching.